take a old or classic film, however you want to interpret that, and act as if it's being made now instead of 20, 30 years ago. Yes, Matt.
Well, thank you for saying that. I just want to let everyone know that I took umbrage with Mara's definition of what a classic film was, because she said 20 or 30 years ago, and I'm like, that was the 90s. That was
Oh,
2000. 20 years ago was 2005 when I graduated high school.
Yeah.
And I do not appreciate you saying films that came out the year I graduated high school are fucking classic films.
in my defense, whenever I say that, I mean, I'm thinking like before I was born. And I keep forgetting that is a thing now.
That hurts.
Yes.
Because when I was thinking of the topic, I was thinking more like Citizen Kane.
See, my thing is though, Mara, like you said 30 years ago, you're more than 30 years old.
Yeah, I know. I was thinking more like I'm thinking like 30 years prior to my time of being born.
So see, that's not how I took that.
Yeah, and I was like, I started
which would be 60 years ago.
When I was responding to you, I originally was gonna write out like kind of like think like Citizen Kane-esque films or like older films. So I mean, mine is not that old.
I got bad news for you. I went to the 90s. So
about to say I went to the 80s. So
I'm in the 80s, so it's okay. There are some classic films in there too. That's why I was just like classic old would be your interpretation.
All right. Well, you want us to go first, or do you want to go first? We also need to let everybody know whose topic this is.
I'll go first.
Okay.
I went with The Breakfast Club.
All right.
I don't have cues set up, but if you want to know who the person is and who they were, I'll say who they also were originally played by. Mm-hmm. But I also, when I was going through the cast, I was like, these names to me sound obscure as fuck if you don't know some of them. So Andrew Clark, who was the athlete, mm-hmm. I put Tom Holland.
That was Emilio Estevez, right?
Mm-hmm. Yes.
Yeah.
And then Brian, who is originally played by Anthony Michael Hall, who was the kid who brought the flare gun to school. And I think he thought it was like a real gun.
The nerd.
Yeah, the nerd. I have Timothy Chalamet. We're just going to say Chalamet. I was like, we're going to say I'm just saying that right. We have Allie, the Quiet Girl, by Jenna Ortega. Okay. We have Claire. Allie was originally played by Ally Sheedy, yeah. And then we have Claire, who was originally played by Molly Ringwald, which is probably one of the two names that I knew off rip. I have replaced her with Florence Pugh, and then I did.
You made Matt happy with that one.
Principal was Ethan Hawke, and I couldn't think of one for Bender, which is originally played by Judd Nelson.
He smoke up, Johnny.
Me and Mara actually cast two of the same actors, but we should go in chronological order. So if you're also in the 80s, Travis, you should go first. But I just thought it was interesting that we both picked the same actors.
Okay. Well, I went to the 80s also. I went to one of my favorite movies of all time. This movie came out when I was 3 years old, 1989. If you would ask me what my favorite film is, it's going to be between this and Reservoir Dogs every time. And which one is first and which one is second is going to fluctuate depending on which day it is. But my movie is Harlem Nights.
Okay.
I brought visual aids again.
God damn it.
I will not apologize for being prepared.
It's okay.
Now, the first character, the star of the movie, Eddie Murphy as Quick in the original Harlem Nights. I'm not happy with this pick, but I know it would work. Like everyone else, I'm tired of seeing Kevin Hart and shit too. But for this film, it would work, and that's what I went with because I couldn't think of anybody else who's really, because of who Eddie Murphy was at that time, as far as the biggest star in the stand-up comedy world, like as far as black comedy goes, it was Eddie Murphy. And right now, who in stand-up comedy and black stand-up comedy is bigger than Kevin Hart? It is what it is, and it works. We've seen him act; he can do it. So that's what I went with. The role of Sugar Ray, who was Quick's mentor. He was the one who, came before him, who was running all the things, like who was, setting everything up for Quick to take over after him, played by Richard Pryor. His spot be filled by Steve Harvey. Perfect for that spot. It's kind of the position he holds now.
They got the same mustache.
They do have the same mustache. That's true. That is very true.
No costume work has to really be done.
Not really, because he's always wearing a damn suit. So there you go. That's what it is. Put a hat on him. He wears a hat sometimes too. Now, the role of Sunshine. Have either of you seen Harlem Nights?
A long time ago.
No.
So let me tell you about Sunshine. There's another character that we're going to get to later. Her name is Vera, but she's the madam. She's the one in charge of the girls. They needed a girl to talk to or get close to one of the cops that's under somebody else's payroll, like one of the other gangsters' payroll.
Mm-hmm.
Vera said, I got a girl whose pussy is so good, if you threw it up into the air, it would turn into sunshine. So that's why they call her Sunshine. And to play Sunshine, I went with Megan Good.
Because the pussy's so good?
It must be.
Pun intended.
So yeah, that's what I went with Sunshine. Now, Bugsy Calhoun. He is the white gangster that's kind of against Sugar Ray and Quick and all that, who they're trying to, who they got to deal with. And I went with Jonah Hill because look at him. just look at him, age him up a little bit. Perfect. There he is.
In a world full of Italians, you picked Jonah Hill.
Yep, I sure did. Who do you think would play? Who's the Italian you would put in this role then, Matt?
Vincent D'Onofrio.
I have no reference.
He's a little bit too large and imposing, though.
Yeah, okay, I can see that.
Because Bugsy Calhoun is not an imposing figure. He's kind of a squat. He's built like fucking Jonah Hill. But yeah, that's what I went with there. Now, Dominique LaRue, who actually is Bugsy Calhoun's concubine, but ends up getting close with Quick and at some point tries to kill him and all that kind of shit.
Ooh.
I went with Tiana Taylor. Of course, originally played by, I can't remember her name now. Whitley from A Different World. What the fuck is her name? Holy shit. I'll give myself 3, 2, 1. Don't remember. Moving on.
While you're doing that, apparently John Favreau is an Italian American. John Favreau would work.
Maybe. Yeah, I could see it. And then Vera, I went with Miss Pat. Now, there was a point in time where I was considering Monique because, one, I've seen her actually play this role in the music video. If you remember the Pastor Cavassier music video with Busta Rhymes, she was in that, and they literally played out this scene.
That's funny. I remember seeing that video so many times, and I probably didn't understand the reference it was making the entire time.
Really? Well, let me show you. Because this scene is pivotal to the movie. And I need y'all to see it if you haven't. So here we go. So to set this scene, Sugar Ray and Quick run like an after-hours spot, in Harlem. They do, drinking, gambling, and girls. That's what they do. And they all would talk about how much they made that night. Like the bar and the tables made a certain amount of money. And they asked Vera how much money did the girls make? And she said how much. And it was a very low amount considering how much they should have made. And Quick is like, they've been back there all night. How they only make, I think, $200 or something like that. And it's like, so something's happening. I'm not saying you stealing, but between you and the girl, somebody got a problem with their arithmetic. So he's basically saying somebody's skimming off the top and you in charge of the girls. So why the girls always coming up short? And so she's like, oh, fuck this. You're not accusing me of stealing. Now we got to fight. I'm going to kick your ass. So they're going outside. Quick is about to fight Vera.
Treat me like I'm some kind of dog. I'll kick his ass right out here right now. Come on. Come on.
Okay.
Oh, come on, Vera. Don't you want to talk about that? I ain't got nothing to say. You done insulted me. And I got to kick your ass right now. And afterwards, I don't want no hard feelings either. What the fuck is wrong with you? Ain't nothing wrong with me. What the fuck is wrong with you? You done accused me of stealing. The only thing I'm stealing out here today is your face.
Damn.
You out of your fucking mind? Oh, yeah. That's what I'm talking about. Come on, sucker. Let's get it on. Oh, you want to fight? You want to fight?
Tell her Reese was that bitch.
Fuck me, I'm gonna beat the shit out of your old ass in this motherfucker too. Yeah. Punch people in their eyes, right? That's all you got? Yeah, you didn't think it was gonna be like that, right? Now I'm gonna blast your motherfucking teeth out. Nigga, you hit like a bitch. Oh, you look lonely, huh? Yeah, I punch like a bitch, huh? Okay, I punch like a bitch. You'll say goodnight to this bitch right now.
Don't fuck with the madam, bro.
You gonna have to learn to respect me. And the next time you accuse me of stealing, I'm gonna kick your ass again.
Is he playing two characters?
No, that was Charlie Murphy.
Oh. I was like, what the fuck?
You crazy bitch. Oh, you want to hit people with garbage cans.
Oh, shit. Now you done fucked up.
To cut you. Better put that razor away. I ain't playing no more. You put that fucking razor away, I'm going to blow your goddamn pinky toe off. Oh, now you're going to shoot me in my pinky toe. Not playing with you. I will blow that little black, gnarled, crusty, dead motherfucker the fuck off your foot. Now put the razor away. You must be crazy to pull your gun on me. You gonna get a 9-toe having this limping this bitch in Harlem. You don't stop fucking with me. Now put the razor away. Well, go ahead. Shoot, it is. There it is. Shoot, quick, go ahead. Take your best shot.
Yes, he shot her in the pinky toe.
Yeah. I heard the ooh.
So yeah, there's that, and then there are a lot of various other random comedians that are in this movie, you know, that have other like smaller roles, but those are the main ones, and other like just non-comedic roles and stuff. I just have a bunch of other people who I just want to see in the movie. Like there's other white people in the movie too. They like play cops and shit, but so yeah, I got all these people here. I want to see them in it too. So, you know, we got Roy Wood Jr., we got Lil Rel Holley, Quinta Brunson, Ali Sadiq. Most of these are stand-up comedians. I believe all of them actually do stand-up in some form or fashion. Robin Thede.
Bill Burr.
Yes, that's Bill Burr down there in the corner. He can play one of the cops, you know. Tiffany Haddish, some more. Craig Robinson, Cat got to be in there too. Cat Williams is one I didn't give him a main role because he's at his best when you like have him in there, but not all the time, where he can come in, do his thing, and then be gone for a while, and then come back and do his thing again and be gone for a while. That's when he's at his funniest in films, if you ask me. So that's kind of what I was thinking there. But all of them in some form or fashion in this movie as well. So yeah, Harlem Nights. That's my casting.
Okay. I went with exactly what Mara said. She said 20 or 30 years. And I went 29 years on the dot to a classic Wes Craven film, 1996's Scream.
Okay.
Recasting Scream for today. She also said who would direct it. So I picked Lee Cronin, who recently
about the director.
I totally forgot that too. That was my topic.
Listen, I went Lee Cronin, who recently did Evil Dead Rise, which is one of my favorite horror movies that have come out in the last couple of years. But for Sidney Prescott, played by Neve Campbell, I went Mary Mouser, who plays in Cobra Kai. She is Daniel LaRusso's daughter. For Gail Weathers, Florence Pugh. Stu Macher, who is Matthew Lillard. I went with Ethan Kutowski, who is the little brother in Shameless.
Oh, okay. Wait, which little brother, Carl?
Yes, Carl.
Oh, okay.
Because now that he's older, he's got kind of like that crazy look to him, and he's done some wild shit. So I felt like he would work for Stu. For Billy Loomis, I also went back to Cobra Kai. Tanner Buchanan, who plays the son of what's his name? Daniel's arch enemy / now best friend from the first movie.
Oh, Johnny's
son. And then Dewey Riley, played by David Arquette. I went Tom Holland. I feel like Tom Holland can do that. He can do kind of dopey cop really well. He's a little bit older than everyone else, but not much. For Tatum, I went Kiernan Shipka, who was Sabrina in The Chilling Adventures of Sabrina. Mm-hmm. Casey Becker, who was played by Drew Barrymore, who died in the beginning of the movie. I went Sydney Sweeney because I feel like her answering the phone and doing the popcorn would be perfect.
That would be her role.
Exactly.
That would be her role.
Randy Meeks, who is the horror expert who runs everyone through the rules of a horror movie. I went Gaten Matar, whatever, I can't say his last name. From Stranger Things, the one with the curly hair. Gaten Matarazzo. There we go, Matarazzo. And then Cotton Weary, who is the man that had sex with Sydney's mom. I went Taron Egerton, who is, like I said, he was just in the plane movie that I just watched that I talked about. The name is also escaping me. Carry On, yeah, and a bunch of other stuff. But he actually did a really good American accent, and he's a very handsome man. So I thought he would work well in that role of like the dude that fucked Sydney's mom and caused all of this and that they blamed. So yeah, that was my casting for Scream.
Nice.
Yeah,
I really wish I had visual so you could see how everyone kind of looked.
Yeah. Work was slow, so I'm like, I got time for this, and I did. Gotcha. Because all I got to do, I'm working right here, so like, yep, I'll just turn this way and do this, and fuck all that. But yeah, what is your, remake of an older or classic movie with a modern cast? Who would you put in it? Let us know in the comments below.